everybody, it's Christine the Haunt Girl, and today I am talking about Cluequest Prison of Memories Part 1. If you're new to my channel, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming escape room reviews, haunted attraction walkthroughs, or anything else of the sort I do here on the channel. And if you're a subscriber, thanks for supporting the channel. It really helps me out. First off, I want to thank Cluequest for inviting me and asking me to play this game. This is something completely different than I had ever done before. This is a computer point-and-click type escape room puzzle game with physical elements that you print out yourself at home. It's really, really unique. The website is very well done. They have these videos, which are more like still animations with voiceover, that are just really, really well done. Very fun. I love the story. I love like the beginning setup, and I also love that they have the character printout so I know who the characters are. If you're like, who are the characters in the story? Mr. Q, Mrs. Q, here we go. Oh, Kevin the Snail. If Kevin the Snail is not an indicator of the fact that this is a creative and unique experience, I don't know what is. I love that this is Kevin. His name is Kevin. He's a snail. I just think that this is filled with creativity and passion and people who just love to tell a fun story in a unique way. With puzzles, and I highly recommend checking this out. I learned a lot about myself today playing this game. I learned that I'm not very detail oriented. I mean, I kind of knew that, but you really need to be that for this game. So I'm going to tell you some of the mistakes that I made so that you don't make them, so you have a very enjoyable experience. Number one, when you print, make sure you don't print in draft quality because it makes it much more difficult to read everything, and make sure that your picture fits the page. Don't just print it in whatever size and hope for the best. I had some issues where I had my artwork from, which by the way is cool. Look at this artwork. I love their artwork. I love the way that the drawing is. I find it so interesting and fun, and just kind of drew me in. I really liked the art. So look here at this beautiful art they gave me that I printed in draft quality and make sure it fit the page. Don't do that. Make sure you resize everything in a way like fit it to page when you hit print, and do it in good quality so it is easy for you to read everything. You need scissors. You're going to be cutting things out. Cut on the lines. That sounds like such an obvious thing, says the person who didn't cut along the lines properly and just cut, it's good enough. Don't do that. Don't be me. Cut the way they ask you to cut along the lines. Take some time, have some patience, and cut everything out properly. Otherwise, you are going to make it harder on yourself to solve your puzzles. Don't be Christine. Do it properly. What are some other detail-oriented things? Just line things up where they're supposed to. Don't be like, that's good enough. Like, no, do it right. It'll make it easier for you. I definitely learned that I am not the person who lines things up, cuts along the lines, or, is very careful about moving things where they should be. Also not very good at searching or finding things. And that would have been helpful. That would have been helpful for me. I think that if you take your time and do it correctly, you will have a much easier time solving your puzzles, and you may not need the hint system, which is, by the way, incredible. So the way this works is you get a video, and then they make sure to let you know what of the cutout pieces you need or what pages you need, and it will show you right on the screen. And then you pull all those up onto your table, give yourself plenty of space so you have room to work on a table. Like, don't do it in your lap. It's much too difficult. You've got a lot of different pieces you're going to be working with, and it's really cool to be able to like touch things like tactilely, like you're hanging on to things and moving things physically. It's pretty cool because normally, you're doing it on the computer, you're just kind of point click. This isn't that. So this is really neat. And they do kind of a hybrid. I guess it's a hybrid of like a physical puzzles and online interaction. So make sure to have plenty of space. They'll tell you what pieces you need, what pages and puzzles you're working on, and then you will solve the puzzles and you will enter them into the computer. If you get stuck or you're not sure exactly what goes with what, you can then hit the clue area, the hint area, and they will tell you the first hint in the hint area is what exactly you need for that part of the puzzle. Because these are a little multi-step and they do have a lot of pieces to them as you're working along. The first real hint after that will be very subtle, like get you on the right track. The second one is a little bit more obvious. The third one's kind of like, hey, you should be doing it this way, so do it. And then you can get the solution if you still haven't figured it out. And the solution, I love how they do the solutions. They'll actually put a picture up on the screen showing you what you should have found, circling what it is that you should have been finding. And then if you look at the very top in this very small writing, they will give you the actual answer written out that you type in. So it is a very good hint system. I know, because I used it, because I didn't cut things out properly. Yeah. Which is totally on me. I really thought this was fun, even though I was not patient and accurate with my scissors, nor very patient in my searching and looking and lining up. I did find this to be quite fun. I think this is something you could even probably do with younger kids, because you could, I mean, the story is a little weird, but you could get them to get involved and to help you find things as you line things up, and they can also discover things along with you. The puzzles are pretty multi-step. However, they're not especially difficult. They're just a little time consuming, is kind of how I looked at the puzzles in this. But again, really, really unique and interesting, and just something so different than what I'm used to having people say, will you check out our online game? This was just so different in the sense that, you know, you had all these actual pieces that you were moving around and using. And I just thought it was really clever the way that they put everything together. Again, loved the way the website was set up, the storytelling, and all of those things as well. So I hope that you will check them out. They have another game that I'm going to be playing soon, and I will be cutting everything out accurately. And I will go ahead and put a link to the description. In the description below, a link to the game. So if you would like to play this, you can check them out there. Also find them on social media, and check out my blog, thehauntgirl.com. Thanks for watching.